All right, people, what's going on? Everybody around the world, we appreciate y'all for coming by. Locker Room Sports Extra. I'm your host, Big Matt, and we got co-host in here with us today. The Diamond Dean has showed up here with us to break down some high school football for the week. Looks like the rain, Dean, is supposed to be cleared out before dark.
No rain.
Not supposedly, but wherever I have been, a cloud follows me. I swear. I look at the radar and there's nothing, and then it rains.
What?
So I apologize, Cherokee County, if it rains. I'm sorry, Coach Kelly. I'm sorry.
When's it supposed to start?
In the morning, sometime.
I really need to mow.
Oh, you ain't mowing tomorrow.
Great.
Probably 9 to 4. That's the period. If they hadn't changed it,
let me see.
They may change it. Tonight, guys, we're going to talk about, of course, our local teams around here in the area. What's going on? The Big Kahuna. Longtime schoolmate over there, former Cedar Bluff Tiger powerhouse, Wayne Brown, father of the maniac linebacker, Tristan Brown. We are going to talk about our local teams here. Cedar Bluff plays a Valley game. We'll talk about that. Pisgah's going to be over at Sandrock. Spring Garden hosting Appalachian. Both they're 2-0 in the region, and Spring Garden's 3-0 in that region. Got some interesting facts for the game. Cherokee County will be hosting Anniston, and the Bulldogs are 2-3 right now. And I'll go back through a little bit of history for you guys and tell you about Coach Kelly's first year. They locked up and played over there, and kind of how many points for and against Cherokee County kind of has going on. And then we have a list of about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 20 games from just around the state, from Piedmont or Fort Payne or Gadsden City. We try to get those guys involved too. Sylvania, and of course we got to throw in Hopes Bluff, Southside, Thompson. I got to mention them. Glen Coast, Gunnersville, Briarwoods, and Auburn High School, because they're playing Central Phoenix. I had to mention that.
Central Phoenix,
big time football. So first of all, let's thank our beloved sponsor here that helps us make this part. For us to keep these things going on our Thursday night special, Cherokee Eye Clinic. They are sponsoring our game of the week. Big shout out to them. Call JR and April McKenzie, 927-4030, or you can find them at CherokeeEyeClinic.net over on Facebook. Also, check them out. Give them a call. Get you an appointment now, Dean. Get you an appointment.
No, I'm afraid to.
I know, me too, because my vision's just getting worse.
I won't go over there and be, well, no. You're done.
You need to get license full time.
No more driving. I don't want to hear that.
I'll start off the shoot match here. 2-2 in the region Tigers, 1-1 region Pleasant Valley. They're 5 over here, showing that as of right now, and Cedar Bluff shows to be 4 as of right now. Pleasant Valley defense, they have played in a big slugfest last week. Salter, quarterback kid, said he made a lot of tackles last week. We'll have to talk about that. Now, Cedar Bluff owns the rival right now, 8-4. That's to say, now Pleasant Valley gets a win last week, talking about over Woodland, 8-6 over there in the third round. Cedar Bluff takes a bad loss to Spring Garden, 54-0 last week. So, Coach Crane and the bunch, are they going to
bounce back?
I mean, Coach Bryant would say at halftime they were losing a game, and it's in that book I read about them. And he said, well, guys, Stabler said, I thought he was just going to rip us. Coach Bear was just going to just melt us down and ball us up and throw us out on the field. He said, guys, you played how you played first here, but the good news is you can't play any worse in the second half because you played bad the first half. So all we can do is improve. Right. So you look for Cedar Bluff to go improve this week, and,
I do.
They got to have this win if they want to stay relevant in this region. All games are important, but
now
the way things is falling for them lately, this is very important for our Tigers.
Spring Garden's pretty special, as far as teams go, and obviously Pleasant Valley is not as advanced as Spring Garden, but Pleasant Valley's won some games.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be an easy opponent. Plus, it's down there. But I do expect Cedar Bluff to improve and look better. And I think they have a shot to win the game.
I hope so. Yep.
But now,
our county guys to win.
You can't. I think they've probably got most of their guys healthy. I know that they don't. I don't know about Stallings. I don't know if he's.
Yeah,
I don't think he's 100%.
It hurts for him to be out. He's missed several weeks now.
Yes.
Big miss.
But
getting Jenkins back helped.
Jenkins getting back.
Get the run game back. Tracy's going to catch the ball. He's going to make plays. And Bryson has he thrown a pick yet?
I've not seen an interception.
So, hey, look, man, you can squawk about the young quarterback and, whatever. Fans can be fans. But I'm just telling you, he's never played football. And the darn boy just ain't turning the ball over. He throws the ball. He's got a good motion with throwing it.
Right. And, he had a tough task against Spring Garden's defense. Good.
Man, yeah, nobody expected him. Hey, Bryson Teague goes in and throws for 340 against Spring Garden and Ragsdale. Hey, Coach Ragsdale was 2A Defense of the Year, coach.
And they're just solid on defense.
They're going to be good on defense.
For years.
Coach Ragsdale that's what he does.
Yes. And, Bowman's in charge of that defense now. Of course, Ragsdale's the head guy. They look fantastic right now.
Yeah, Jacob, I want to say this too, and I know I'm way, way far ahead of the course, and I know coaches don't like this, but that's okay. We're the rat traps. I meant to get a rat trap and set it out here on the table. We're the rat traps. The kids cover your ears right now. Jacob, put your fingers in and go la 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 la. I cannot wait to see. I can't wait to see Jacob run up against Wilkes.
Yeah.
Spring Garden is familiar with Wadley.
Yeah, there's a good
remember when they was down there in
meet.
that region for a while? Mm-hmm. They've played each other, and those two are very similar in size.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to that, and I hope that the Garden makes it. And I would like to see that matchup. I would just, you know what I mean? Football is about matchups, and I'm on. We're gonna support our kids around here, and I like to see that happen.
Yeah, there's a good chance it will.
There's a good shot at it,
but yes, you asked. I think Cedar Bluff has a shot. Now they'll have to play good. Can't turn the ball over and watch penalties and stuff.
No, can't go down there and have no penalties. You get the run game going. Pleasant Valley's good up front. They've always had size down there. I remember we played them when Marcus played junior high, and it was like Bucky's first year to really get to play.
Right.
And we had to put him at quarterback in this game down there.
Pretty rough.
Yes. Now, he's going to do. Ombre had like a couple of big returns, kickoff returns. Yeah. We got some guys kind of banged up, nicked up that night, but just knowing how the program is, and they're going to come out there, they're going to play hard, and their fans show up. Mm-hmm. It's down there.
Nice stadium.
It's like in this dirt cut out down the side of the mountain there.
Yeah. I remember playing on that big hill.
Yes. I remember playing over there like way back, a long time ago, junior high days.
Kind of dangerous. I'm talking about playing just while the game's going on. Playing.
I remember going over there with Myrick and them. I remember going over and playing them once, and just a good combination of passing and running the ball, just enough to keep them honest. But Cedar Bluff defense, they're going to have to be ready. And lastly, Pleasant Valley, and you just know if you know. Their special teams they spend a little extra time with that more than some other teams do.
Yeah.
They'll have a guy two stand up there like when they're going to kick it, and they'll cross each other type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll kick it really hard right to the guy on the front line.
Really?
Most of the time they do.
Huh.
So that's something I know Coach Crane,
sure
he knows all that. They've seen film. Yeah. I've seen other teams.
Still got to be ready for that.
Yes. I've seen other teams prepare for that. I've been at schools during the week that are prepping to play Pleasant Valley, and I'm just on the side listening to coaches talk to the guys, and they're setting them up and where they need to be. I've been actually at 2 practices. Our county guys getting ready to play them, and how they like to kick the ball and catch you off guard. And so pay attention to that. That could lead to turnovers, and you don't want to give them the ball back at midfield.
Right.
So we got to limit those things and take care of the ball and
now
score touchdowns. That's the key to the game.
Spring Garden handled them pretty good. I think it was 34-12. They beat Donahoe. It was a close game. And I know Gillsville, beat Donahoe first game of the year. And I think it's a toss-up. I think Cedar Bluff plays well. They can come out there with a victory.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. So that's Cedar Bluff at Pleasant Valley. They're 4-2 overall. Pleasant Valley is. They're 1-1 in the region. So right now this week, guys, this is starting to pay attention. Region play, and we got Smoker just a little bit south of here, headed down Highway 9. Coach Miller has prepared his team well this year. It looks like in his second year, he's figured out his team.
Yeah, I think.
And he's going to be playing a high-powered offense with Dino Embry on board and the other two young men that play. They can run the ball. They're going to throw it. They block well up front. Piedmont's scoring offense against, the question for me going into this is, can Locust Fork slow them down enough?
Locust Fork has give up 28 to Appalachian. Was it 71 to Ohatchee?
Yeah.
44 to JB Pennington. But Piedmont averages 425 and 42 points. Matt, that's 280 in the air. Wilson 964 yards. Of course, we know his receivers.
And I think Wilson's going to start this week.
Yes,
this backup Austin, the freshman.
Yeah, he did good filling in.
Absolutely did great. Well, it's good to know you got a it's good to know you got a good problem. A freshman quarterback can I feel right in.
But Pinto and Bethel.
Yeah, I know. And guys, please somebody from Piedmont, please.
No, I got them here. I got the state.
I know, but somebody from the state.
Oh yeah.
Or somebody listening. Send their stats in on Max Preps.
Yes,
he's like probably third in the state in receiving.
He's got 39 catches.
He's got to be he's definitely in the top 5, but there's not on the list.
He's got 39. Bethel's got 25.
Not on the list.
They've got 986 yards, Matt. 986 yards between them. Embry, can this be right, Matt? 1,800 yards of offense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I shared that a few weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Locust Fork is the highest yards per game in the state, I would think, 500. They've gained 2,500 yards in 5 games, averaged 48. Embry, like we said, Stone for 1,360 and rushed for 1,360, and then Stone for 440. 24 touchdowns, man. 24.
Those are video game numbers.
But I'm like you. I think Piedmont, who's not giving up, they're giving up 17 points a game. For God's sake, they beat Cherokee County, who's a solid team. I just don't.
Yeah, Centers only give up 67. They're scoring 225 a game.
Now, I will say this. The spread's 17. I do not think that will be covered by Piedmont, but I do think Piedmont wins this ball game. 17's a big spread.
You think Locust Fork keeps it closer?
I think they keep it closer than 17.
Okay.
But maybe 14. I think Piedmont wins 42 to 28. How about that? They give up a lot of points. I don't know, but
42-30.
42-30.
I'm just talking.
Yeah. 49-30. I don't think Piedmont's going to give up
54 to 42. Is it going to be one of those games?
I don't think Piedmont will give up that much. I don't think.
Yeah.
They're good too. They just don't. They're averaging 280 through the air, and I'm sure Locust Fork's going to sell out to the, hey, they can run whatever they want. They can run for whatever they want, but they're not going to pass on us. But
they have to let Stone take off with it and run it.
But Pinto's passing plays are short. He just makes people miss an open field. We saw it up here that night.
Yeah, his yards after catch has got to be high.
Oh, man.
Got to be.
39 catches, and I bet 25 of them have been hitch routes.
Yeah.
Now, Bethel, he's a deep ball guy.
Yeah, he tries to hook up with him down the sideline.
Yeah, but
I think
they're two best combination around.
Piedmont's favored. Massey locks them by 17. I could probably.
I think it'd be close. But
yeah, we could probably go along that.
Yeah.
2A. Number 1, Pisgah will be visiting up here at the Wildcat Stadium up here.
That's a tall task, especially a week after you played Collinsville and you're still young.
Well, they got a bunch of 10th graders, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but it just is what it is. Yeah. They're coming off a hard win, and it's just facing nearly an impossible mission.
That's tough.
Here's what I would like to see. I would like to see Sandrock players, if you're listening, please, this is what I'd like to see. Keep your head down and keep working. Don't look at the scoreboard, and try to be a better version of yourself this week than you was last week. And try to be a better version of yourself each play at a time. Try to get better. Okay. Don't think about who you're playing. Challenge yourself. Seniors, hold the young guys accountable. Young guys, learn from things that you're going to have on the field Friday night, and just try to come out and be a better player. There's I don't want to say like moral victories, crap. That's crap. Well, it may be in college where these guys make millions of dollars. We're talking about high school kids that's never going to play football again, mostly.
Yeah, you can have moral victories.
Just keep your head down. Don't look to score. Challenge yourself to be better. Every play, you play faceless opponents and hold each other accountable and stick together. And this is, when you play these big teams like this is a good chance for team building to figure out where are we at. If this is the mark that we want to be, then pay attention, right? Pay attention to that.
Wait, you got Collinsville, Pisgah back to back. You're going to get tougher after that.
You can't. That's
a tough road.
There's just you cannot just lose and just move on. There's learning and losing. There has to be.
Oh gosh, yeah.
If you don't, then you're not doing something right. You've got to learn from losing. That's the process. I hate to be Nick Saban-ish, but it just is. He's just right. There's a process to winning. And the losing bug will bite you, and you just get your head down, and you don't think you can do nothing anymore. Pick your head up, play the darn game, have a good time, enjoy your friend, and get better every play. Challenge each other. Hey, man, you made a tackle last time. I'm making this tackle.
Right.
Learn from it.
Well, I know Pisgah's been rolling, but, obviously we hope.
What's up, Aaron? Bellyhead Insider.
Sandrock wins, but
Cody Amos.
That's a tough order. I mean, Cedar Bluff's got to play them too.
Yeah, I know.
It's just
all these games are fixing to shake out now. This week, I mean, Sandrock and Cedar Bluff's fixing to tie up the next week.
Yeah.
They're fixing so
somewhere down the line.
These games these games are becoming very important for where you're going to land in the region.
Okay,
you got to pay attention. You got to know where you're at, and every game's important because it's the next game. That's why it's the most important game. I mean, there ain't no secret to it, or it's not magic or something strange. Yeah. Well, Cedar Bluff goes on the road again to Pisgah, then back home for Sandrock.
Okay, so it's in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Okay. And
they go to Pisgah.
They got 2 region games. Cedar Bluff's got to go 2 places better, then they got to go at Pisgah.
It's tough.
And the coaching staff and what they've been able to do at Pisgah and the coaches they got
they've done a good job.
Well-oiled, honorable coaching staff, and the pocket of the side tree knowledge of the family at Pisgah, of the family up there.
Yeah. Pruitt's.
Yeah. Well, God, man, can you come down to practice day? I mean, you only coached at Alabama. Tennessee.
You were Alabama's defensive coordinator.
Can you just take a look for an hour? He goes, I guess.
And their defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want him coming.
I know, but he watches for 20 minutes and he goes, hey, this is that. There's this. Do this. Look there. These 2 here. When that walks down, make sure you're not back on that. Watch this. When it goes over, that's good. That's a great thing to have in your back pocket.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure it's
because he's involved.
Yeah. Plus, this guy knows a lot. So you got that. It's just a football family.
It's just daddy and them, yeah. So good luck, Wildcats. Go up there and just give them heck. I say the nice word, but you know what I mean.
Matt, the next game I'm going to highlight is Randolph County at Glenwood, both undefeated. Randolph beat Ranburne 41-0. Glenwood beat Beulah 62-38. Again, both teams average over 400. Had a hard time finding many stats on Randolph, but they rushed for about 300, throw for about 100. And Glenwood's pretty much kind of about 250 and 150.
Yeah, they're smoking right now. Both these teams are.
They are. Randolph's only giving up 7 a game.
Ugh.
And the spread's 3. I'm going to be honest with you. It's at Randolph County. I think Glenwood's fixing to take their first. I mean, I know we can pick. We don't pick local teams. We can pick these games.
It's at Glenwood.
No, is that Glenwood?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was at Randolph. Well, I still think Randolph County's too much. Glenwood would give up 38 to Beulah, which is a bigger school.
Well, Anniston battled them toe to toe.
Yeah. This is a big matchup.
It really is. This is hey, look, coach at Glenwood, and I wrote his name down over here.
Big
one
matchup.
Of the other, when I covered him one time, I looked his name. this is a good test for them coming out of that ASWA, the AISSA.
Yeah.
Because they've been battling Lee Scott over and over and over for championships in this private school over and over and over.
Every year.
Hey, want to see where you at? Play Randolph County.
Wow.
Because these guys, Randolph County is historically good. That's why they're favored by 3.
I'm going to go with them, but I think it'll be a close game. I mean, that may be.
It's a helicopter game. We need a helicopter.
That's a matchup. That is probably
for
the
us,
best game.
Because we like smaller schools. I know. Look, man, Auburn at Central Phoenix, I know.
Yeah, that's the game of the week.
Everybody's going to be there. They'll be standing room only. They got 27 D1 commits going to Auburn, Alabama. But these small, I like the 1 through 4, I like about right in there.
Yeah, I like 1 through 4.
Now, the
I'm getting to where I kind of like 5, maybe a little, because they're smaller now.
It is. The Oxford Moody game was good.
Yeah.
I mean, it just like score. They were back and forth battling. Very good game. It's good to see. I like to see good players play, and Mims is fun to watch.
Yeah.
His command of the offense at Oxford, it's great. So, Randolph County at Glenwood, I don't know.
That's a coin, but I'm going with Randolph.
It's got to be a pick 'em. For me, it would be.
They don't give up much.
St. Paul's at Gulf Shores is a pick 'em too. That Randolph County and Glenwood would near be a pick 'em also.
Yes, definitely. I'm going to pick Randolph just because the defense is so good.
Well, they're a historically tethered team to that areas.
If they can come in there from the AISA and handle Randolph County,
man, wow, good luck. Wow.
They're good. They're for real.
They are good.
Which they're for real anyway. And guess where it is? Phoenix City.
Yes.
There's some football players in Phoenix City.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Fighting Naps.
All right.
We look for Gelsville is 0-2 versus Ider.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor, Bum Pickens, look up his podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Gelsville's favored in this game. I could go along with that, I guess.
Yes.
They're both winless in their region, but somebody will not be Friday night about 9 o'clock.
Right.
We hope all the players play hard and nobody gets injured, because I know for sure that both these teams, they can't have nobody hurt.
No. Gelsville cannot have anybody hurt. Gelsville's played good this year.
And Ider can't lose no guys, man. They're they just can't. 152 to 131 points for and against. In 2015, Ider won the game 45-15. I
didn't know they'd ever played Ider.
Yeah, just two. And it's been.
Somebody said they're playing Idle, not Ider. So
it's going to be. I think it'll be a good game. I like how Naps drawed this up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think special teams, because Gelsville's had some special teams opportunities this year, that has changed the game. Like say Ider gets the ball first in the game, they kick the ball to Gelsville, open the half, Gelsville takes it to the house.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
I think something like that could happen.
Yes, definitely.
Colin, we heard, taking kickoffs back, and Alex is just ripping it up. He's having a good
800 yards. I talked to Knapp today. But he didn't tell me this. I just got it from looking in the Wasp radio stats. They average about 340 yards a game,
and their record wouldn't reflect that.
No, 2-3, but they've lost to Valley Head, Appalachian, and Verbena.
And they played Verbena good.
Played Verbena very good, very good.
A lot of people thought they'd go there and just get smoked.
Led for a long time in that game.
Thought they'd just go there and get 28-0.
And I think what happened in that game is just depth.
Well, and two, no excuses, but they may tired out some. They don't have a lot of players.
They just don't. No.
And you make a bus trip like that, and you run on adrenaline for a while, but after half and then going into that fourth, the kid's like,
yeah. Well, Verbena, everybody wasn't playing both ways for Verbena. I know that for a fact. They had 42.
God almighty.
They're undefeated.
How many kids?
42.
42?
Yeah.
Why aren't they playing 3A ball?
I don't know.
That's nearly as many as center dresses.
School's playing them, apparently.
That's nearly like something Cherokee County would dress. Piedmont probably dresses like that.
I'm going to say bad luck for Gelsville, because this is the best team Verbena's had in quite a while. Now, they used to be good. Verbena's not a they're not just a bad historical team.
No, yeah.
They just hadn't had a good, but this is the best year they've had in a while. They're undefeated.
Well, we look for, I'll go, computers there, up there at Outer. We're going to cheer for our home teams.
Yes, sir.
So, y'all go up there and win it. And Beatty, he should go over 1,000 this year after Friday night.
I think he's getting close. He leads this area. He's a little about 40 yards ahead of Connor Bates.
We're looking to get him in the hat for Player of the Week.
Yeah, definitely.
Should be a good year. Be a good week for him to do that.
Probably got over 1,000 yards counting catches, and
probably
returning kicks and everything.
Yeah.
I got one big game I'm highlighting, Matt, and it's not Auburn and Phoenix City. It's Thompson at Hewitt.
Yeah.
Thompson 4-2.
A lot of talent.
Hewitt 5-1. Their 3 losses combined between these 2 games have been by 1 point. Every one of them. Hoover beat Hewitt.
It's at Thompson.
8-7.
Thompson's favored by 3.
Grayson beat Thompson by 1.
That's okay.
And Clay Chalkville beat them by 1. Both
those are all powerhouse
teams.
Yeah.
Last year they played and beat Hewitt Trussville by 33, 42-9. But is Thompson as good as they have been? I mean, they're 30 points a game, 300 yards. Hewitt, same, about 300 something yards, 30 points a game. They beat Pinson 59-7 the other night. 59-7. But look at their losses. Look at Thompson's losses.
Well, they play across state lines twice, hadn't they?
Once that let me go.
Didn't they play? Yeah, they played the. They went up Tennessee and played too.
Yeah, okay.
I think they did.
They've won. They played Lipscomb, didn't they? Yes, and they beat them. I think Thompson wins this game, but it's close to a pick 'em. The only reason I say that's because
probably touchdown.
It's at home.
At home. It's at Thompson. Yeah, I roll Seaborn. He's a young, talented quarterback that's been prospected for years by Alabama. He's visited Nick Saban many times and visits camps and goes to games when he can. And I look for them to take care of business. I think that'll be a good matchup.
I got a good stat here when you go over the Cherokee game. I think it's a great matchup. Hewitt Trussville's became a very relevant program here lately.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
I'm not saying they wasn't before, but they've gotten a lot better.
Last year, me and Brick and Bo went to Hewitt and Hoover game. They got a safety. No, I'm sorry. I just lied. Was it Hewitt? No, it's Vestavia Hills. But Vestavia Hills had a cornerback, and I always forget his name. He's a senior this year. Man, he's got commits like Tennessee and LSU. And
what's that quarterback's name?
Seaborn.
Seaborn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, what's he in the 10th grade?
I think he's a junior this year. I think he's got one more year.
He averages about 150 a game passing. I mean, but they're both. I know you're like, man, they don't average nowhere near the yards that Randolph, Glenwood, and Piedmont them average. But let's be for real, guys. These guys play SEC type schedules.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, they step out and they'll go play up Tennessee over in Georgia.
Yeah.
Cherokee County, they are game of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Sponsored by Cherokee Eye Clinic. Thank you, JR and April McKenzie, for that. 2 and 3 region here. It's a big region game. Cherokee County's 225, 67 points for and against, 5 touchdown, 5 touchdowns last in 5 weeks. I mean, defense is just not giving up.
No, they're not giving up. I mean, the only game they gave up yards were against Piedmont, and all of them were through the air.
Yeah.
And most of them were not deep balls. They
No.
were just Pinto, and Bethel. But what they give up rushing that night? 20?
Yeah.
20 yards.
I would have to say rushing. I don't know if they give up. I'd like somebody to give me that stat.
The only person, of course, obviously in the state championship game, there were some good runners. But, and Bothwell had good yards against Center, but they still beat them. They're tough. They're tough to run against.
Well,
and they're not easy to throw against. I mean, you had a special player making plays the first game of the year.
Well, with Tay on the end and Harbor in there and Chestnut on the other end down there, I just seen Harbor do like 415 like for reps benching, like just throwing it up like
What's their record right now? 6-0, 5-1.
Yeah. Points for and against for Anniston's 126-99. Now in 2021 was the 21-20 game. It's on our YouTube channel. I was there. I recorded that game. In 2020, Center won 43-27. In 2019, Anniston 27-7. In 2018, it was 14-10 Anniston. In 17, it was 15-12 Center, and then the year before, it's 37-0 Center. So it's, as of late, they've owned this rivalry, but Coach Kelly's not going to tell you that. He's not going to tell the guys that.
No,
he's going to tell them, "Hey, look, man, this team has beat us plenty of times, and it better not be Friday night because you're thinking, well, we beat them. Last time we played them, we beat them. Well, that don't matter because those kids are not there, and a lot of those kids are not here.
Well, Anniston's a different animal too.
Yeah, well, they're just so elusive and jump cutting, and they got the Pope, I think, is their quarterback, and Quintavious, I think they got a Quintavious.
We're just
Cunningham, I think, is their tailback, and he's like 5'8", 5'9", 190, and he just the one that can, like cut the light off and get to bed for lights.
Right.
No, it's just serious. They just jump in the phone booth and they just can jump past people, and it's just they're like Harry Potter stuff, riding around on broomsticks out there.
Well, I know Kelly's not going to take. I mean, they're 2 years removed from arguably being the best team in 4A.
Well, and those guys,
they had Andalusia beat, who won the state championship.
Yeah, we was at the Piedmont Gate. Those guys, they're linemen. He's at Alabama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was so Kelly knows that. Coach Kelly knows that, and I'm sure he's reiterated that to the kids. He's not taking the game lightly. No,
Coach Henderson and Coach Chandler, Coach Turner, defense and defense line, Coach Wheeler, coaching the line, and wow, they know what's coming. The speed, and it's not. Coach Kelly said this in an interview with Bo yesterday. Like you plan as a coach for the plays that they're going to run, but when those break down, you don't plan for what's going to happen after the play breaks down. Then what do you do? Because I remember that 21-20 game. Oh, what's the name was the quarterback? Sylvester?
Sandlin. Cam,
yeah. Well,
you're talking about the old boy from
Munford. No, not him. The quarterback in Anniston. What was his name?
I think it was Cam Sandberg.
Yes,
Sandlin. Cam Sandlin.
Like you. Okay, they're going to run a bootleg. The play's bootleg, fake, rolls out. Well, here comes Tristan or whatever. Here comes Wheeler or somebody then, and he just dodges and ducks, and you miss it. Then he takes off with it in the line of scrimmage. He's almost to the line of scrimmage, and he just throws it over top of somebody. 4 or 5 yards. He sees the guy open because they've come off to go. Guys, you better play with your eyes. And not jump off your guy and go run after the quarterback. Because you know what? They'll go back all the way across the field with it. And they'll score. You got to play eye discipline when you play these kind of teams because they'll get out and get loose and they'll just make a play happen. That's just kind of players they are. That's what they do.
Yeah, and they've always had players like that.
Yeah, absolutely. They just do. So, Center's favored in the game by the computer. And
how many?
Which the player by touchdown, which the computer don't play the game.
Exactly.
It's played on the turf, and then we'll find out Friday night. And good luck to them. I'm looking forward to being out there and getting to see them. We've covered about everywhere. We've been around, and we'll settle in now with more region play now. As things start to get settled down. Be at Cherokee County this week, and then we're going to ride to Hokes Bluff next Friday.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Talked to Coach Rob about that, and he just said we could pull in there at the field house, and we was welcome to come in. And at Philly cheesesteak quesadilla will be on my bucket list. Probably two of them.
That'll be $12. That's okay.
I know. That's okay. Take it.
We can go to Beans and Greens on the way.
Yeah, I'm still getting Philly cheesesteak quesadilla.
Well, you can bring it home.
I'm eating it.
Yeah.
Me and Bun and Sarge went to Gadsden last week. We stopped at Longhorn.
Oh, really?
Got the pork chops.
Oh God, they're good. Those cowboy pork chops, they're good,
man.
People don't argue me this, but it's like you gotta get a steak there. I'm like, dude,
no, the pork chops are
great.
Pork chops are fantastic, people. You know what you're missing.
And it's plenty to eat.
I couldn't eat it. I brought one home and ate it later.
It's as good as the steak.
Yes.
And it's a lot cheaper.
A lot cheaper. And it's good because I got the loaded potato with it. Oh, you're
plus
set.
you get the salad, right?
Yeah, good to go.
Yeah.
And that bread, all the bread you need.
And you get a side. You might not get a side.
Ready to go. Yeah, I'm good. Loaded potato, pork chops.
See, I always get the pork chops there and at Texas Roadhouse. They're fantastic.
Yeah, they're good. Who else you got?
I didn't have another one. I just did those three.
And the last one here, and we'll go through some of these. I try not to get on. Yeah, I like it's got to be under an hour.
Yeah.
I don't like these to be long. Spring Garden 1 versus Appalachian 2. What are you talking about, Matt? Why is it 1 and 2? Well, that's records.
Yeah.
I got that other week when Spring Garden went to Valley Head. I don't know. I don't rank these teams. I'm just writing down what the thing says. I guess because they do it by points scored.
Yeah, I get.
What are you talking about? You just being a homer. You put Spring Garden 1. Well,
Spring Garden's definitely number 1.
I don't rank them. I'm not. They're 3-0 in region. Appalachian 2-0 in region. No disrespect to nobody at Appalachian.
Yeah.
People, calm down. They've given up like 8 touchdowns, Dean, all year.
Yeah,
all year.
Spring Garden.
Yeah,
yeah.
But they're 10 and 20 versus Appalachian since in 2019. Spring Garden won 69-34. Appalachian is 192 points far, and they've given up 98 points. Being at Spring Garden, being out there the other day, and the coach's message to the team is just pretty clear. It's great, everything you've done, but none of that's going to matter if you go out here and dump one. He didn't say that.
Right.
But the message was you got to continue to play like you're playing.
Yes.
Because the next one, all that shine goes away. Hey, Alabama goes and lays an egg at Vanderbilt. Ain't nobody talking about Bama beating Georgia.
No, it's over. What's Spring Garden's record right now? 5-0?
Yeah.
5-0. Okay.
Yeah, go up there and lay an egg at Vanderbilt, see what happens. So
yeah, and it could, you never know.
No, so Spring Garden, I just like how they're playing right now. The team is so together. They're just kind of loose at moments they need to be. The team just they take the identity of their coach.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Ragsdale is naturally kind of, not tight, serious about what he's doing, very focused, great film breaker downer. Wow. You ever do a film session with him?
No, really?
He's good at what he does.
Yeah.
But when it's time to be serious, the kids are not surprised that it's time to be serious.
Yeah.
I'd look for them to win this game and take over control for the region.
I'm checking their stats real quick.
I think Connor and Sadler will have a good night. I know everybody's got, bang little bump knees here and stub toes there. I look for John to continue to add to his 300 and how many yards? He's
got 300 rushing, 300 passing, 300 receiving.
Yeah, over 300 receiving. I look for him
had a good year.
Continue to add to that. And Connor, I'm sure he's going to add his amount too. Look for Noah to probably
754.
I look for Noah to probably throw the ball a little bit. But Coach is there and Coach McDonald and them bunch, and they're just going to kind of take what they get. And if it allows to throw the ball some, they probably will. But if it don't, they won't. Kind of like Valley Head that night. They just didn't really need to throw it really.
According to this, Spring Garden has 1,700 yards rushing this year.
Wow.
That is 340 per game. And they've got 600 passing.
Yeah.
So they're averaging 460 yards a game, Matt. And I don't even want to know how many yards they're giving up. It ain't much.
No, because Valley Head had one of the most potent type of 400 yards.
And they had 253.
Teams. Yeah.
That's the most they give up.
They were usually getting 380? Is that what the article said?
380.
Yeah. So I just think Spring Gardens I think they'll take care of business right here.
I don't think Appalachian's bad, but I don't think it matters. Spring Garden is absolutely rolling.
And it's at home too.
460 yards a game, man.
At Jason Howard Field. Steak sandwiches, smoke in the air.
400. That's a lot of yards.
Yeah. I look for a big crowd out there Friday night. So,
and I don't know. I'm really impressed with Spring Garden right now.
Well, they're. I just told you now. Prayers, put your fingers in your ears. I look for them. I want to see. Hey, Miss Harper.
And I'm not gonna make no bones about it. I just think they're fantastic right now.
Zach, what's happening? Well, I said back last week too about Cherokee County and Spring Garden. I said this last week or so. You want to peak at the right time, and you want to. It's supposed to be a continual climb. You don't want to try to peak too fast and play teams. You're playing the team and not playing the faceless opponents. You get too excited about a team and you peak too high. And if something don't go right, then you have a bad low. You just want to have a process. And when you get to that state game, the idea is to hit peak state game.
Right.
What's the best game we've ever played right here today, right here at UAB. That's the goal.
Yes.
For all teams, it's going to make that run. And I think both those teams, I think they have a good shot at making that happen. 1A and 4A.
Well, I think a lot of, and I will say this about Spring Garden. A lot of people think it's just a couple of guys.
No,
they have about 10 or 12 very good players.
Well,
I mean, they've got a bunch of studs.
Well, here's the thing. Let's just remember back. Let's just look back. Think about, we'll just use Connor, for example. Think about where he was in his maturation when Weston, Luke, Riley, and Coop were playing.
Right.
The year they went there and played Hopes Bluff and Sexton said, holy crap, we nearly got beat. That's one of the best darn small teams I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Oh, they were.
If Coop wouldn't have had a turned ankle, he said, we may have lost the game. I mean, he said it right here. We brought him on the show. He said, they're good.
Yeah.
Spring Garden played them good down there at Hopes Bluff that night.
Very good.
So where were they at? My point is experience. They've played so many big games. They've been in the playoffs when the older boys were making those playoffs and playing Mars Hills and Pickens County. The young guys were around. All these younger guys, they were there. They were around. This is not new. This is not new for them to come out and play. Hey, this game's important. They're like, we know.
Yeah.
We know.
I think they just fired up about playing. I don't know if you got to motivate them. I think they're just
I'm telling you, their practice
motivated.
Practice over there. You go visit. It's just they just do what they need to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to get on to kids about trying to play hard or tackle hard or get focused they're in tune with what they're doing.
Yeah.
And it comes from experienced staff. That helps.
Yeah.
Coach McDonald's been around there a long time.
It does.
He's been there for a long time.
It's a good group. Spring Garden's always kind of had a name for just doing what they're supposed to when it comes to
they're just
sports.
mean. I told Dale.
Well, even in basketball,
Coach Wells,
they're just ready.
He was there, Dale, and I got to talk to him. I love talking to him.
Yeah, he's great.
Rhino. And he said, I think they're just usually meaner than the other team they're playing.
But I mean, just like the work ethic, you don't hear, coach, hey, we'll have practice cut day. Well, I had to run them. They wasn't focused.
No.
How many times has that come out of Spring Garden?
I don't know. I wouldn't think
Has it happened a dozen in the last century?
I don't think so.
I mean, in the last decade.
But Coach Howard, how he built that was nobody respects you.
Yeah.
And it built into something. And Coach Ragsdale's just continuing that right on. So good luck to everybody in the county and safe travels. Everybody that's going to be traveling. Gainesville going up to Ider, Cedar Bluff, up to Pleasant Valley, and all your teams here in the county, Sandrock, Cherokee County, Spring Garden.
Right. Yeah.
Y'all be careful and everybody just go win. That'd be great.
That'd be nice. Yes.
I want everybody in the county to win. Now, here's the last 10 or so games. We'll mention these, throw them out. We're going to close this down. Going to get off here. Let y'all relax on your Thursday.
Hey, we're going to get her right under an hour.
We got to get out for an hour. Polish Day podcast to finish up here for week 7, guys. Thank you for coming by and hanging out with us. If you hadn't already subscribed to the channel, hit the little thumbs up or the little heart there. We'd appreciate it. Geraldine -18 to host Collinsville.
I don't agree with that point spread.
I don't either. I talked to
I don't agree with that at all.
Milk. It's not milked. Milk.
Yeah.
Talked to his dad, and I just said, "Hey, look, tell little Q to just go play hard." And
no, I don't. I know Geraldine beat Boaz and rushed for 400, but I still don't agree with that point spread. No disrespect to Geraldine, but 18,
maybe 12. if I'd have seen 10, you'd go, well, I maybe. I mean, I guess,
18. That's higher than the Piedmont one.
Yeah, but it's at Coach Michael's house. That makes some difference. Lynette is at Reeltown. Reeltown favored by 20.
I don't agree with that.
Is Lynette? Where did I miss it?
Lynette's down is probably good. I mean, no, I don't agree. I mean, I may be wrong. This is Massey. They're right a lot.
Yeah, 5 is going to host Sylvania. That's family, a lot of ties, a lot of communication between those schools, and a lot going on there. 5 favored by 5.
Yeah, I could go with that.
That
should be a close game.
Down south, Jackson, the Aggies, the 4A South team down there, everybody likes. They're favored by 12 over St. Michael.
I don't know much about
St. I don't know about St. Michael, just a private school. Booker T is favored by a touchdown over St. James. St. James is the team
that kind of shocks me.
Moved and rocked and rolled there.
Bowden beat Booker T by 3 touchdowns last week.
Yes.
But Bowden's good.
Yes. They're a big Georgia school.
Yeah.
Oaks Bluff favored by a touchdown over Coach Gannon up at Alexandria.
I think it'll be worse.
I think they may hurt. Probably be about 2 touchdowns.
Oaks Bluff's good.
They're rolling right now.
They're good. Yeah, 2. I don't think it'll blow them out.
Yeah, that's 50. No, Coach Gannon's going.
No.
They're on their way.
Mm-hmm.
At being at Alexandria, is there a chance they keep it close, or is there a chance they may beat them?
Yeah. I don't think they beat them, but yeah, they can definitely keep it close. But I don't think it'll be as close as 7. Let me tell you, Oaks Bluff's rolling right now. They're hot.
St. Michael's coached by Philip Rivers, coach. Thank you, Coach Bunn.
Who? Yeah, that's pretty good. You don't want to.
Southside favored by 2 at May Jemison. Thompson favored by 3 at Hewitt Trussville.
Yeah.
Brantley is at Georgiana. That's going to be a very important game. Very important. Georgiana favored by touchdown. Glencoe at Weaver. That's a very big game in that area. Very big game in that area. Weaver's favored by 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's nearly like a Cedar Bluff Gillsville kind of game.
Yes.
Because it's just right. Glencoe and Weaver's.
No, yeah, not far.
No. Gunnersville favored by 2 touchdowns. Host Grissom.
Gunnersville's very good. One of the top teams in 5A.
Briarwood at Corner. Corner is favored by 2 points. Now, Gadsden City is going to be going up to Huntsville. There's a lot of Huntsville teams playing at home.
Gadsden
I noticed.
City's playing pretty well this year.
They got them favored by 40.
Who are they playing?
Leah Huntsville.
Leah Huntsville must not be very good.
Well,
they're favoring anybody by 40.
40? Why don't you even pick it? I just wouldn't put that. I wouldn't want to. See, I can't hurt kids. I'm a kid guy. I would
40?
just put -7 and just. I mean, what does it matter if you're wrong?
Yeah, it ain't like a lot of people's betting on this. It's not like college football.
No, this is just computer stuff. St. Paul at Gulf Shores.
Be a good one.
Yeah, that's a pick 'em game. And then lastly, Auburn's at Central Phoenix.
Who's picked to win it? Auburn?
No, Central Phoenix.
Really?
Field goal.
Auburn's very, very good.
Yes. Oh, speaking of Auburn, lastly, because we'll save college for last, just to speak it out. Deuce Knight, 4-star quarterback out of Grayling County, Mississippi High School over there.
Yes.
He flipped from Notre Dame to finally say out loud he was going to Auburn. He's been pretty much kind of committed to Auburn, I think, for about 2 or 3 weeks. But he said to Wolfbong, don't tell me, but a Wolfbong that does On 3 Sports.
On 3's good.
He wanted to wait till they won. He was going to, I think, do it at the Arkansas game. Well, they lost. And he was going to do it maybe at the
Oklahoma.
Well, he could come back and he could do it at the Oklahoma game. Well, they lost again, and they're not beating Georgia.
No. He's going to be a big addition to them.
Well, it'll help. Now, is he going to play next year? I don't know. Don't have a fairy dust or a magic little pixie stick. You probably want to go to the portal. Auburn probably still needs to get a guy to be a senior guy.
You can never tell about freshmen. I didn't think Ryan Williams would be as great as he is.
No, well, but we've seen him play high school. He was doing that kind of stuff, that pirouetting and flipping. I mean, he done that in high school.
Yeah,
Saraland. It wasn't unusual. I didn't think he could do it against Georgia. Those guys are supposed to have dudes. Obviously, they don't. But I didn't think Georgia's been that good all year.
He may be that better. He may be that much better than everybody.
All summer, I told everybody, I just remember when I muted the mics that day.
You just didn't think Georgia's as good as they've been being.
What did I tell you? I said, Georgia's not that good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not impressed. But I didn't want to say it loud then because they'd get all the fans get nuts. But they know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do.
So everybody be careful.
Oh, wait, one more thing.
Yes.
I just got a text. If seniors win 3 more games,
they'll be the winningest team.
Yeah. Winning this class
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Which they've won, 13, 12, 8, 10. I mean, they've won 40-something games.
Well, this is Coach Kelly's. These are his young ones.
Yeah.
These are the kind of ones he brought cut teeth with, when they come in, when he was coming, when he got there. So obviously, if he's going to break a record, I don't care if he needs 3 more. I would say he's done a good job.
Yeah. Yeah, he's done better. And I told Matt, I said, it's got to the point to where he can't improve anymore. He's done better every year he's been there. He's never
digressed.
5-5, 7-4, 8-4, 12-3, 13-2. I guess he can go 14-1, and then 15-0, and then you can't top that. At some time, let's don't get mad at him. At some point in his career, he's going to go backwards because there's no way you can't go any higher.
You just can if you can keep it, you got to contain it.
But
you got to be able to contain it. So good luck to them.
Done good.
Oh yeah, I know. We're happy for him. I like Coach Kelly. He enjoys being in there with the guys.
Mm-hmm.
He reminds me of Bullen.
Mm-hmm.
When I was at Cedar Bluff, that's what it reminds me. Being in the weight room, he's working out with them. He likes Bullen would do that with us. Mm-hmm. He'd show us like where you want your hands at and rep. And Jeff was big. I mean, he was a big guy back in the day.
Well, now, and I think Kelly sells out. I mean, he told me one time I don't even fool with a lot of college football.
No, he don't.
I'm focused on.
He really is.
This team.
That's great. Yeah. I'm glad for that. And so good luck to everybody in the county. Cedar Bluff, go up Pleasant Valley, get a win. And Sandrock, y'all focus on what you're doing and yourselves, and each play, challenge each other to get better, and pick up things from these games.
Yes,
this class is going to be back for 2 more years.
No.
Alec is good.
Yes.
Alec's a good quarterback.
Yeah, he is.
This team's got a lot of things learned. And Coach Knapp, Scorpio Eider, and
get that 3rd win.
Taylor, we hope you take care of our guys up there. Bring in steak and potatoes for them when the Gelsel comes in.
Lobster.
Yes. All right, guys. We love y'all. Thank you. Appreciate everybody for coming by and hanging out with us. Had a lot of people on here tonight. We thank you. We'll see y'all tomorrow night at Bobby Joe Johnson Field.